Hello and welcome back to another show. This is your guy Obi, and it's been a long weekend full of football. Uh, of course, the big boys were representing England internationally in terms of Champions League football. We had Europa League football also going down, and we have to say congratulations to our six teams that were participating. Notably of them is Manchester United, who are the biggest winners, of course, thrashing RB Leipzig 5 goals to nil. I was really impressed with what the young guy, 22 years old, you know him, Marcus Rashford. That guy is super good in that game, and we'll be looking at a situation where how he's gonna perform in the next match, because they are having Arsenal in the next match, and it's gonna be a very interesting to see what is gonna pan out in that game. And so the Premier League is back, and of course, right as I record this video, there's a game that is going on involving Wolverhampton Wanderers taking on Crystal Palace, and the game is of course 0-0, and we may not be able to say much about it because it's an ongoing game. And so tomorrow on Saturday we have 3 games going down. Sheffield United will be taking on Manchester City. Of course, Manchester City are welcoming back Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, so he's coming back to the team, and it's gonna be a very big boost to Manchester City. Sheffield United are not pushovers, as you all know, but Manchester City is a kind of a superior proposition, and we're expecting them to win this match. And Burnley will be playing against Chelsea. Chelsea have been scoring goals as usual, but they have been not. They haven't been defensively robust, and so Burnley also can frustrate in terms of parking the bars. And I don't know. I'm looking at this game and say this is gonna be a very tight game, because I know Chelsea will be pushing to score, and Burnley will be frustrating them. It will be a game where if Chelsea have to score, they have to score. They have to fight to score and maybe to win the match. Liverpool will be welcoming West Ham. Now Liverpool, of course, we have news that Fabinho is also out of the team because of injury, and this is gonna be taint, or of course change the way Liverpool are gonna line up, because 2 of their best defenders are now out. And for me, I think it is a big blow to Liverpool, because looking at what Van Dijk can do, looking at what Fabinho can do, very few people can do that. And also we have other injury news regarding what's the name of that guy? His name is gone, but with him, his injury has been there, and so he was not expected to feature anyway. And so Liverpool will struggle in this match, but I think they will be able to get people to do the work there, and I'm expecting this game to be very tough, because we know what West Ham can do. West Ham are really looking organized. They can defend, they can strike, they can win matches home and away. It's a tight one. It's a tight one for sure. And I don't know. I cannot predict this match, but Liverpool playing at home with all their attacking talent. Of course, they have some defensive reinforcements. Some of their holding midfielders can fall back and assist in terms of defending. They can get a win, but it's not gonna be easy. This game can go either way. That's what I'm trying to say. And on Sunday we have, of course, Aston Villa taking on Southampton. Aston Villa lost their last match, and they will be looking to bounce back and maybe continue from where they stopped. And Southampton are also looking a very different proposition right now, and so it will be interesting to see what's gonna happen. But for me, I'll go with Aston Villa. Of course, they're kind of technically astute compared to Southampton, And another game will involve Newcastle taking on Everton. Everton, of course, lost their last match, yeah, and of course they'll be going into this game without James Rodriguez, who has really been helpful in terms of creating chances and scoring goals. And I don't know. Newcastle also look good. They look good. Generally, they look good. Their style of play is attacking. They look like a balanced team, and it will be interesting to see how this game will go. But I'm looking at a situation where we have both teams scoring, but maybe it could be like a 1-1 situation, yeah, something like that. And another game will involve Tottenham Hotspur, of course, welcoming Brighton. This should be a game where Jose Mourinho will look like you look at it and say, you know what, this is one that I need to get over and win comfortably. Of course, Brighton are not pushovers. That's not what I'm suggesting. But going by what we have seen from the two teams, Tottenham look really decent, and so we expect them to win. Now, on Monday, we have another game involving Fulham taking on West Brom Albion. This is another game where the two teams look like they look similar in the way they play. They haven't had the best of results lately, and so hard to predict. And it can go either way. But West Brom Albion being away and Fulham being home, they have not been doing well. And of course they're trying to gather pace. I'm looking at a situation where they're going to share the spoils, maybe, yeah, something like that. It's going to be like a draw. Might be wrong, but that's what I'm saying. And another game will involve, of course, Leeds taking on Leicester. It's a difficult game. Both managers, are good managers. They are going to, go in this game with a lot of tactics to counter the opponents. And the manager that outdoes the other is going to win this match. Of course, Leicester coming from the recent win against Arsenal away, and they will be looking at a situation where they can, replicate that kind of performance. But Leeds are not going to be easy. Leeds are organized, they're balanced, they are technically gifted. It could be an interesting game to watch altogether. And so on Sunday, of course, there's a game that I did not mention that will be involving Manchester United taking on Arsenal. Oh my God! Next time, I think Arsenal have had Arsenal and I think the big boys have met. This is the first season I'm seeing at the start. All the big boys are meeting very, very, very fast, because Arsenal have met Liverpool, have met with the name Manchester City, they have met Leicester, and now they are meeting Manchester United. And picking it from there, they haven't been doing well. They haven't been doing well in terms of performance against the top six, I should say, because they have lost all of their matches against the top boys. I don't know, but going with their last performance against Manchester United, Manchester United have not won any match. The last two matches, it's been a draw and a win for Arsenal, and so Manchester United right now are looking a different team. Of course, they are in form, and they'll be looking at this game and saying, you know what, we can do it the same way we've been doing it. The same way we have done it with with the Leipzig, the same way we have done it with PSG, and so it's another game that is going to be. We are going to look at the managers, what they are going to do, any technical hitch in terms of technical errors is going to be either kill or save the game for either side. And so statistically, these two teams have met 233 times, of course. Manchester United winning 97 times, and Arsenal, of course, winning 84 times. And 52 of these meetings have all ended up with the two teams, of course, sharing the spoils. And so it's a close game. Arsenal have not been doing good in terms of in their Premiership, output. Of course, they have won 3, they have lost 3, they have not drawn any. Manchester United have also not been okay. They are right now, as we speak, they are in position 15. Not the best of performances, but looking at what they have been doing ever since they lost the game against Crystal Palace, they lost against Tottenham. They have really improved, and it will be interesting on how they are going to come into this match. It will also be down to what the managers select, the kind of players they select, because in defense, Manchester United have not been looking good defensively, but they have been good offensively. Arsenal have been solid defensively, but they are not good. They have not been looking good, of course, offensively. I know Arsenal can do good offensively, but that's where they are struggling right now. Okay, and Manchester United, they are not doing so well defensively, but they are doing really, really good offensively. So I don't know what kind of tactics Ole Gunnar and Arteta are going to employ to counter each other threats. And so for Manchester United, I'm looking at a situation where now it will be Wan-Bissaka and either Wan-Bissaka and either Bellerin or Maitland-Niles. And for me, I'll go with Maitland-Niles. For this game, I'll go with Maitland-Niles. And it will also be interesting to see how the midfield will be formed, because of late we're seeing Manchester United going with Fred and of course their holding part, going with Fred and McTominay. It has been a success, I must say, and so it will be interesting to see whether Ole Gunnar is going to change that, maybe bringing in Pogba with Fred, or Pogba with McTominay, or McTominay with Pogba. I don't know. It is a match that you cannot predict, because the two teams played kind of a different style of football, and so the managers have to sit down, analyze the opponents, and see what works for them. And so in terms of attack, it will be so interesting also to see how Ole Gunnar is going to choose his attack. Is he going to go with Greenwood? Is he going to go with Rashford at the center? Is he going to go with Cavani? So it will be interesting. But I know Greenwood and Rashford can produce the good for Manchester United. And with Arsenal, it's been debatable for a long time right now, because of course Aubameyang has not been scoring, and Pepe is improving. Of course, we have Lacazette. Of course, he has already scored 3 goals, but he's not been consistent enough. It will be interesting to see how Arteta will line up his team offensively, and so the team that gets it right will win. This is another game that is open to either team, but this is a historical game, as I always say. Arsenal and Manchester United matches are never small games. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be interesting. And so up to that point, I'm going to end this show. On Sunday, I'll have a live. I'll go live on YouTube. Before the match, we'll be able to get team news, and we'll be able to have a watch along together. Until then, see you then. Subscribe if you haven't. Bye.